So it is October 21st, 2016. Nintendo just announced their new console, which is coming in March of next year, the Switch. And I've been watching videos and reading about it, and I wanted to record a video with my thoughts in part because I really want to get other gamers' perspectives on it. And I've looked at some of the comment threads on some websites, but there's a lot of noise, a lot of back and forth. I'm hoping to get some intelligent comments. Maybe my faith in the internet is a little too high. But I have the same impression of this that I had of game streaming when I first read about it. For years, we were able to stream music on the internet, and then we were able to stream video on the internet, but it was a while before we could stream games. And if you were like me, when you heard about game streaming, you thought, I don't believe it can be done. It's not something they can do. Because it just didn't seem like technically it was possible. Now, when it comes to gaming, one of the holy grails of gaming for a long time has been the idea that you would be able to play the same high quality games no matter where you were. So whether you were at home, whether you were on the go, whether you were on the bus or the airplane or, at your grandmother's house, you could play good quality games. Not just mobile diversions, not just whatever you could load up on the tablet or what went with your handheld, but the same game you played at home on your sofa, that same AAA title blockbuster hit, you could take it with you. And it seems like that's what Nintendo is trying to give us here. But I have the same question of whether it can be done. And part of the reason is just because making portable electronics powerful usually means that they're expensive. And we already know from the PlayStation 3 that people don't want expensive consoles. After a certain point, we just sort of tap out. And really that point is in the $300 or $400 range. I'm looking at these articles here. Here's a picture of the Switch. It looks good. You got the tablet screen there under the thumb. You got a kind of crazy-ish looking controller, though that may be two controllers in one. I'm not sure. It's powered by a Tegra chip. They got some information here. Will it have games that play like the games you're used to at home? That is really the question. Merging the home console and the portable console into one line has some advantages. It basically means developers have one target, and instead of splitting, making a mobile version of a game, a 3DS version and a Wii U version, they just got one. That means essentially you can count on more sales of your games that you develop. That's a good thing. On the other hand, the question is, will you have to compromise on one or the other? On the one hand, home consoles tend to be powerful. Will we have to sacrifice that power to get the portability? And on the other hand, portable games tend to be, portable. 3DS fits pretty easily in the pocket of some jeans or a jacket, or, throw it in a backpack. It works pretty well like that. Will this thing be as portable? Now, looking at this picture, it looks like, that tablet is probably not bigger than a tablet that you would carry with you, but maybe it's bigger than a 3DS. Maybe it doesn't fit in a pocket so easily. So that might be a sacrifice. Will developers support it? Again, I'm pretty sure some developers will support Nintendo consoles. If nobody else supports Nintendo consoles, we know Nintendo will support Nintendo consoles, which means we can expect a Mario game. We can expect a Zelda game. Will we get a Star Fox, a Kirby, whatever other, Pokemon, whatever other franchises, Nintendo only. But the bigger question is, will there be a Rockstar game? Will there be a Naughty Dog game? Will there be an Electronic Arts and so forth, Activision? Will those guys support the console? That's really the make or break proposition. You got cartridges here, which basically implies that this console will not be backwards compatible. Certainly not with the Wii U because it uses discs. I'm guessing it won't support 3DS cartridges either. That would be a surprise because the 3DS requires some specialized things as far as touchscreens go. Um, if we switch over here to the Ars Technica article, take a look. They got a good write-up about the hypothetical Tegra chip that's going to power the system. And again, this system, I think it's pretty clear, is not going to have the type of power that a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox One have. It's not going to be at that high level. Will it beat the Wii U? Probably. But it's going to come nowhere near to the Xbox One and the PS4. Well, maybe off by about 25 to 50%. It definitely won't be in league with a modern day PC or the PS4 Pro, Xbox Scorpio. Don't even think about that. The advantage will be that you have one set of games and that ride with you wherever you go. Battery life, cooling, will the system heat up? Will it offer the same performance when it's docked as it does when it's mobile? Or will it scale the games down so that you can get better battery life? So for instance, will you play 1080p games connected to the television and 720p games on the go? Or maybe even 720p on the television and 520p on the go, whatever. Backwards compatibility doesn't seem like it'll be there. Maybe some emulation could be offered that will allow at least older consoles, things like the virtual console, to be there. But I am a little excited about this, to see whether or not this idea works. The controllers look kind of wonky. They look kind of small. Will they play well for a long time? We'll see. I may pre-order if the price comes in at the right point. I thought the Wii U was a little too expensive, and I know that Nintendo consoles require sometimes a lot of controllers to get the most value out of it. And so even if they offer a cheap console, they may get us back with the controllers later. Anyways, leave me comments or send me a message on Twitter. I'm at @ksmm. And let me know what your thoughts are. I look forward to hearing the feedback. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Thank you.